And comedian and actor Louis C.K. has just responded to accusations of sexual misconduct. Here is his statement.
Oh boy, she is not pleased with this story. Poor Katy.
Sexual misconduct. Here is his statement. I want to address the stories told to the New York Times by...
Well, she's got her own problems at home. It's just sad. I'm on her side completely with this Katy Tur. She's got it's a nightmare to think that one day you wake up and your dad calls you on the phone and he tells you he's been hearing voices in his head that are telling him that he's a girl. And then he's going to go through this procedure. I don't want to put, motivations or words in her mouth, but I mean, her father comes out and says that she's hateful and evil and transphobic because she's not comfortable with it. Hey, look, you don't have to be supportive of that. You have absolutely no responsibility to be supportive of your parent if they do something like that and they start thinking that way. I completely understand her being uncomfortable about that. She should be uncomfortable. That's a very uncomfortable thing. It's like your whole world is being rocked. It's understandable. I'm so sympathetic to this Katy. I wish I could talk to her about this. I want to do an interview with Katy and I don't want to make fun of anybody. I just want to talk about this and get to the root of the issue of what's wrong between the two people. It seems like the father is a little entitled. He feels like he's entitled to the support of his daughter, which you shouldn't feel that way. You should understand how she feels. And if you don't understand how she feels, you're not a very good father or mother or whatever you want to be. Whatever you've decided this week you are, Zoe. Yeah, imagine that. You wake up one day and then your dad calls you and he says, you have to call me Zoe from now on. And I'm getting breast implants. She's got to be so confused about it. It's like, how do you even respond? And she's in the media, so she wants to be careful anyway. But I mean, the smartest thing to do is to just do what she's done. Just stay away from it. I'm going off on a tangent, but every time I see this Katy Tur, every time I see her on television, I feel so sympathetic. She doesn't know what to do. What is she? She's powerless here. She can't say anything. She can't do anything because anything that she does is going to be wrong to somebody. Oh, poor Katy. My confidence as of late has been a little bit too high, but I don't think that it's unrealistic for me to say that I'll say in my opinion, if I was allowed to have the two of them in a room together, I really think that I could make them both understand where the other one's coming from. And I think we could completely fix this issue for this family. And his name is Zoe. He was in the news a while ago. People might recognize him more as the guy or the transgender who threatened Ben Shapiro on some television show where I don't like Ben Shapiro that much, but they completely piled onto this guy. It was so unfair. They had 5 people, and none of them were saying anything that made any sense. And they were just shouting him down. And anything he said, they made it seem like he was being hateful. That's propaganda. You get 5 people who are repeating some ham-handed official story about some ideology that doesn't really match up with reality. And I mean, if that's what you want to believe, you're free to believe it. Whatever they were believing in when it comes to transgenderism, you're free to believe it. But you don't get to change what reality is. You don't get to change everyone else's opinion just because you feel like you can pressure them. It was propaganda. It was like a TV show where they said, let's get a guy who says that he doesn't agree with transgenderism and he doesn't think it's right, and let's just pile on and make an example out of him and mock him to his face. And sarcastically try to present questions in a way to where if he tries to answer it a certain way, because you get 5 people in a room, they set the tone. And if you're the one guy in the room who disagrees with 5 people, the other 5 people will try to set the tone. So you can't let them do it. You have to call them out for what's going on right in front of them. I'm going off on a tangent about this right now, but I just can't help it. Anytime I see Katy Tur's face on TV, I just feel so bad. I feel sympathetic. And I feel like no one talks about this. No one feels bad for her. In fact, she's had a lot of articles written about her where people trash her for that. because she's uncomfortable about what's going on in her personal life. It's, first of all, it's none of your business. Second of all, it's none of your business how she feels about it. She should feel uncomfortable. I completely understand. Her whole world's been flipped upside down. And you have these expectations for how she's supposed to respond to it. You can't tell her how to respond or how to feel. Oh, I apologize. Now let's get back to the clip where I feel like she's going to say something that's going to make me hate her.
The stories told.
I'm probably going to completely disagree with whatever she says in this clip, but I just had to get that out first. I really feel for her. I understand. I completely understand where she's coming from. I back her up 100% on this. If no one else will say it, I will say it.